What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Season 7 of my Montreal Canadiens Franchise Mode series. If you guys missed the last episode, I'll show you who won the Stanley Cup. Unfortunately, it was not us. So again, I feel like we had one of the best teams. It was actually the Detroit Red Wings, so probably the next best team that could have won it. Honestly, though, I'm thinking, like, this team, we always play well in the regular season. It's just not the playoffs. If we have more playoff failure, I guess we'll call it, I'm going to make a shakeup for sure, trade one of our core players. Whether it be the captain and Clark, whether it be Barzal, Caulfield, Mantha, Duran, maybe. They have basically one more year here to at least, make the conference final, do something more than just a first or second round exit. But as you can see here, like, we're stacked. You got Mantha, Barzal, Caulfield on the first line, Latin and Crosby, Duran on the second, Comrie, Thomas, and Mara on the third. Mara there's 20 years old, 87 overall, medium elite. Latin's 19, 87, medium elite. Like, those two guys are just insane. Comrie, this is his rookie year, 20 years old, 83 overall. Maybe has a chance at the Calder there. Playing with some pretty good players on the third line, 287s. Killia, Suzuki, and Nemestikov on the fourth line is really solid. Defensively there, Clark and Sexton I think is a solid top pair. Parayko, Murray, both getting +3, so basically playing like 88s. And then you got Slater and Bodwin on the bottom pair. Goaltending wise, we still have Askarov there as a starter. Now, his potential has actually gone up to medium franchise, so didn't have the best of stats last year, but I'm going to give him one more chance because that potential, like, if he gets to a 90 plus, he's got to start, playing pretty well for us. Primo there actually grew in rating down 81, so I think a pretty decent backup. And before I show you guys the special teams, I actually changed Comrie from a center to a left wing, as he's only got 62 faceoffs with playing on the wing anyways, and that actually gave that line a +1. I don't know, it's 2. Comrie's hands there are insane. 99 passing as a rookie, like, can't wait to see what he does for us. Power plays here, you can see that first unit I think is pretty nasty. Same with the second even, like all 87 plus. Crosby, of course, only 84, but plays a lot better than that when you look at his stats. 4-man power play there I think is pretty solid. Same with the penalty kill and the 3-man PK. Next shot, I'll show you guys the AHL team, which I think has a good shot at the Calder Cup. You can see there, first line's all 80 plus. Gopaka, Bray-Boulet, Patherson, Robile on the second line playing with Yolanin. I mean, you just look through here, like, it's pretty stacked. Defense too. 79 Solon kind of leads that there. They're all like mid-70s. Goaltending, Ellis there's a 79. So really, I think I said it last year, I wanted to have a chance at the Stanley Cup and the Calder Cup. I feel like, again, we have that chance. And if we don't, I'm saying at least conference final, then a big trade, maybe a couple big trades are going to be made. Also, too, someone was saying how after Clark signed that offer sheet from Vegas, made us, match it. I think we got to rip the C off his chest. I think that's not a captain move. I feel like we got to give the C. I'm thinking Barzal. Crosby's obviously older and whatnot, but like, this is Barzal's team. Crosby's still going to wear the A. And with Clark not having the C, do we give him the A? I think he doesn't have anything. I think we give Duran an A. So we'll try this new captaincy here. I know it actually doesn't do anything at all, but it's kind of just fun switching it up. Maybe that'll kind of motivate him to play a bit better. Take a look at the ratings here as well. Like, I think our offense is nuts. I want to say it's 100. And I was right. So we have 100 offense there with 95 defense and 87 goaltending. I mean, pretty sick stats. So we get started with the sim here. Again, our team should play well. We just got to hope the sim goes well for us. And we just got to trade up here, guys. The New York Rangers want to give us Buchnevich for Tierney and a second-round pick. Curious how good Buchnevich is, because you're getting an elite prospect and a second-round pick. I mean, I'm not going to say yes. I'm just curious. He's got to be at least, like, 86. 87. Okay, so yeah, he's not too bad. Makes the offer, not as laughable, I guess, but our offense is already stacked. Really, no reason to do this trade. And so for nothing December here, guys, the really good record, 28-8-4, playing just insane right now. Let's see here. Barzal's leading the team in scoring, 62 points in 40 games, so giving him the C, I guess, was a big plus. Currently have 60 points, first in division, only 6 points up, though, on the Panthers. Also, too, I actually wanted to check something. So AHL team currently is tied for first. I was thinking about maybe making a coaching change, but I looked at our coaches, and it just didn't make a lot of sense to me. Our head coach only making $1.5 million. A overall, 88 staff chemistry, which is kind of nuts. I think that's one of the highest I've ever had it. You can see there, like, 3 A pluses, couple A minuses, and A. Like, that's such a good coach for $1.5 million. Definitely he's going to want a lot more money when his contract's up. Luckily for us, I think it ends after the franchise, so we're good. Now, the AHL head coach here, only 61 staff chemistry, so I was thinking about maybe replacing him, but they're first in the division, so I guess, I think he's actually on an expiring deal as well. So I guess kind of like the core of this team, we'll give the AHL coach there one more year to try and prove something. But right now, really liking how the team's playing. And look at this, guys. Colorado and Ottawa just made a huge trade. Ottawa gets Tyson Jost and Shane Bowers. Shane Bowers was actually originally drafted by Ottawa, but he was part of that Matthew Shane trade. And Colorado there gets a first-round pick, couple prospects. I don't even think they're rebuilding, but I saw McCarr's about to get paid like $14 million. McKinnon and Ranton both already making 12, so they're probably just trying to clear up some cap space. As you guys can see here, that's not a very good trade. We're still crushing it, 39-8-5. I think we were 22-8 when I last showed you our record, so if I'm not mistaken, I don't think we've lost since. Ghost Bear going to Edmonton in exchange for a first-round pick. Not too bad of a trade. I want to see if I just jinxed it. No, 40-8. We are crushing it. First in the division by quite a bit. So this is kind of interesting. After trading away Joss, Colorado then trades 2 first-round picks. The one they got from Ottawa and their own, both 2026, for Alex Wenberg and Nick Bukestad. Wenberg's a bit worse than Joss. Bukestad a bit better than Bowers. I don't really know what Sakic's doing over there. And look at this. Another huge trade just went down between New Jersey and Vegas. New Jersey getting Cody Glass and Nick Hague, along with a 3rd and a 5th, for a first-round pick, Korschek, 3rd and a 4th. Honestly, I really like that trade for New Jersey. I mean, Glass and Hague are still pretty young players, good rating. So we got about 2 weeks now to the deadline. Leipzig there to St. Louis, just for a couple prospects. And so we're now at the trade deadline here with a 45-13-5 record. So we actually slowed down a little bit. I think I last showed you guys the Flames game. We did lose the next one, or actually next 2, the Preds and the Rangers. But, I mean, 45 wins at the deadline, 95 points. We're in a very, very good spot. So I'm going to try and add, obviously, if we can. Barzal, he's having a career year. I should have given him back the seat earlier. 96 points in 63 games. I love it. Hopefully he can keep that up. I want to see how many. 95 points. We are first in NHL right now, so I mean we're dominating the West. Best bit in the West is Stars with 78. Penguins are pretty close, 91. Again, I'll see what's out there, but the team's playing so well. It's got to be a really good trade, you know, to make it worth it. And before we try to make a trade, guys, I want to show you this. Our entire team is just going off this season. Not only is Barzal have 96 there, Crosby's got 84 as a 38-year-old. Like, that's nuts. Duran, 78. Mantha, 71. Caulfield, 65. Latin there, 62. He's actually up to a 90. Like, it's such a good pick. 19 years old. He's still got 2 years left on his entry level. Thomas there even has 50 as a third-line center. O'Mara there, 43 is not too bad. 28 goals. He'll be getting a new contract, so I'm kind of lucky that, you know, he's getting the new contract this year and not Latin, as Latin definitely would want to get paid. Now, even though all these guys are going off, I wanted to look at our goaltending as Askarov, like I mentioned, his franchise potential, 88 overall, a really good record, but look at the stats, .892 save percentage, 3.2 goals against. You got to be better than that, especially he's actually up to a 90 now. Like, how do you not have a .9 when our team is playing that good in front of you? Like, 90 overall, franchise. I think we might have to trade him. And I think I found a good trade for Askarov, guys. As you can see here, Philly actually has Carter Hart on the block. They're currently a rebuilder, even though their record would say otherwise, 34-25. Maybe Hart's a big reason for that. 88 overall there, 27 years old. .901 save percentage, 3.13 goals against. Compare that to Askarov, who's 4 years younger there at 23, 90 overall franchise, but save percentage is lower, same with the goals against. Not much, but still, like, the team in front of him is way better than Hart, so I feel like Hart would have just even better stats on our team. Also, because of the franchise potential, he's younger. We're adding Zucker here, who's on the block, 84 overall. I think would just play 4th line for us and make that 4th line even better. And then we also get a 4th round pick, hopefully. Again, I think this trade makes sense because Askarov's got the value, but I think Hart's going to play better, hopefully help us win a cup, gain back a couple pieces. We'll see what they say. I think the value is pretty equal here. Honestly, maybe you could even add another pick because I feel like Askarov's worth it. Let's. I'm not sure how Chicago's doing. We'll add the Chicago 5th. See what Philly says here. Trade's accepted. Okay, so there we go. Honestly, I like that trade a lot for us. And so after that trade, guys, our team is looking real nice. As you can see, 4th line there, we have Zucker playing with Suzuki and Kaliev. So our ice time allocation is roll 4 lines, so this makes our 4th line even better. Also, too, I actually have Zucker playing on the penalty kill, and him and Thomas on that first unit are actually getting a +1 now, where before it was just a 0. So penalty kill should be even better. 4th line's better. Of course, the big change, Carter Hart and net. I'm hoping those stats stay the same. If not, get even better with our team playing in front of them. Again, pretty excited to see, you know, how he does. Also want to show you guys this, like our team, just look at this. How many elite players can you have? Like the trade values there, what is that, like 10 guys all pretty much with the max. Like so many options if this team does fail, but I'm going to have positive thoughts here. I feel like we have a very good chance at the cup this year. And we're now at the end of the regular season here, guys. The record of 55-20-7, 117 points, first in the division. So obviously finished with a very good record. Although after the deadline, I thought we'd be playing even better. We actually kind of slowed down. I think we went like 10-7-2 after the deadline, which is all right, but you know, I'd expect a bit better. Looks like we actually won the conference as well. Maybe the entire NHL, so back-to-back President's Trophies. That'd be pretty cool. And look at that, Barzal absolutely crushed it this year. 117 points, 82 games. Career year by far. He almost had 100 assists. Want to see here if we did win the Presidents, and yeah, we did. No one even close to us. Penguins actually, 112. I didn't even notice them. Were close to us, but not quite close enough. And I actually want to show you guys something about Barzal's season. I totally forgot to at the deadline, but if you remember, he had something like 96 points in 62 games, whatever it was, at the deadline, and that meant that he actually had like his career high in points at the trade deadline. Before that, it was 91 a couple years ago, so just kind of tells you how good of a season he had. Even though he's already 92 overall, I feel like he's definitely going to go up in rating. Didn't realize Crosby there, 104. Are you kidding me? 38 years old, he's going to turn 39 this summer. Drops in rating, that's what I do not understand at all. 104 points, drops in rating. Are you kidding me? But I don't care. Like, if he doesn't retire, I'm going to bring him back for sure. Like, he is still producing, just like he was in his prime. Duran, 96. Might be a career year for him as well. I have to take a quick look. And yeah, I think 96 career year for him. I just checked him. Mantha having 89 is also a career year. His next best was 88. Caulfield one short of a career year. His best was 83. Latin obviously 74. This career year for him. It's only like his second year. Thomas there 67. O'Mara 56. Even Comrie there, rookie season 44. Maybe could get the Calder. I'm very happy though with how this team's played. Like, they've just been awesome. Let's see, Hart here. Well, come on, what's wrong with our team? His stats went down playing on our team. .896, 3.17. Maybe that trade wasn't as good as I thought then, but I don't know. Like, why don't our goalies play well? Or actually, Primo there, good record. Stats are even worse. I don't understand. Like, maybe we have to get a better defense, like on the bottom pair. Barzal, though, absolutely crushed it. I am curious to see where he finished the entire NHL. Quickly here at the AHL, Fonstad, 76, had 56. Brabelay, 55. He had Batherson there, so really no one played too outstanding. Ellis, pretty good stats at AHL. Same as Vitav. He's actually looking not bad. 23, 74. I think he could turn into like an NHL backup. Probably, nothing better than that, though. So could Barzal have the Art Ross? That'd be pretty awesome. And I'm under goalies. Askarov there, 43 wins. Has the most wins, but look at that save percentage. I think it might have went up a bit on Philly. Like, what is wrong with our team? I am actually curious who had the best save percentage in the entire NHL. Soderstrom. That doesn't count. He didn't play a full season. So Spencer Knight actually, .912, 2.78. Maybe we'll go after him, but let's take a look here. Who led the entire league in points? And it's McDavid, 119. Barzal, 117. Only 2 shy. That'd been pretty awesome. We could have won there with Ross, but of course, Connor McDavid's got to ruin it. Crosby was 30 with 104. Who had the most goals? And Holloway, wow, 59, became a goal scorer for Ottawa, 89 overall. And I didn't even realize Caulfield was actually 1 shy there, 50 goals. That would have been pretty sick. So we'll take a look at the standings here. Obviously, we know we finished first place in the entire NHL, but I just want to see, who finished last, all that stuff. So Eastern Conference, top 3 teams. Only 4 teams with 100 plus. Usually, I think I've seen it around 6, 7. Detroit squeaks in there after winning the Cup at 15. Philly even 17. So actually, they're the worst team. We're going to play them first round. Hart versus Askarov. Very curious to see how that goes down. I swear, if we're a first round exit, I'll freak out. And last in the NHL, San Jose Sharks, 65 points. I mean, they had an older team, so this does make sense. And in the first round of the playoffs, guys, we're actually up against the Boston Bruins. As the Philadelphia Flyers were the worst team to make the playoffs, but they were the 3rd seed in the Metro. The Metro was that bad. So Boston here, I mean, DeBrusk and Pastrnak, 89, 91, carrying this forward group. Perfetti there, 3rd line, 86 is pretty solid. Let's see, defense, they got McAvoy still 90, but that's about it. Goaltending wise, Korpisalo 83, David Gilly 67 backup. I don't know, how do you not get a better backup? I'm sure there's one free agency. Sometimes the computer GMs make no sense to me. So, I mean, look at their record, look at their team. We're better. Forwards by far. I mean, defense not close, goaltending not close, but these playoffs, they're tough. Like, we did get the 1 cup, which I'm happy about, but we'd really like to get another one here. So, first game, first period, up 2. O'Mara, Caulfield, 2-1. There we go. Second period, Caulfield again with Duran, Kajula, DeBrusk for them. And there we go. Crosby gets 2, Barzal gets 1. 7-3 win. It was a close game until the 3rd period. The boys were not having it. So I like to see that. Hopefully we can take 2 here in Montreal before going to Boston. Of course, rivalry here, so would like to win this one for sure. And like I said, if we don't make the conference final, big changes are coming. I'm thinking at least 2 core player changes if we don't make the conference final. So 3-2, Crosby, Murray, Mantha for us. And now it's tied. Latinen, Pastrnak, Kubalik for them. Come on, we need an OT hero. There we go. Jason Zucker, the trade deadline acquisition, 5-4. So even though Hart stats went down, Zucker, hopefully, we just made that trade worth it. Going to Boston now. If we could take both in Boston, that would be insane. I know rest doesn't play a factor. I feel like it definitely should, although you could probably argue, if you're rested too much, you're not fresh. So maybe it just makes sense to have it kind of be neutral. There we go. What a first period. Mantha, Caulfield, Clark. They get 2, though, so it's a game now. 3rd period. Wow. So went from being up 3-0, losing that game 5-3. Boys clearly, took their foot off the pedal. I don't know what happened there. Like, I thought for sure we were going to go up 3-0, but it happens. AHL season's over. Our AHL team is in the playoffs. Last I checked, they're first in the division, but it was pretty close with the second place team. Here we go, game 4. 2-1 lead. Zucker again with Mantha. Let's see. Latin gets 1. Fourth back Carlson for them. Come on, keep this lead. There we go. Crosby gets 2. Crosby's a third period hero. That's twice now. So 5-3 lead. We just have to win one of the next 3 games. No reason we can't do it. We're going back to Montreal where we had 2 wins. Hopefully can stay undefeated here on home ice in the playoffs. Game 5. Boston Bruins. First period. 2-1 lead. Zucker again. Second period. Let's go. Barzal, Caulfield, Thomas. Barzal with another. I was going to say there's no way we drop a 6-2. Barzal actually gets a hattie there. And take that one 8-4. Didn't even notice Nolan Patrick on the Boston Bruins. So we're by the first round, which is, sometimes the toughest round, I would say. Hopefully we can keep this going. And the second round of the playoffs, we're up against the Florida Panthers. Really nice top 6 there. Huberdeau, Barkov, Denisenko, Tippett, Borgstrom, Hoffman. Bottom 6 there isn't quite as good. A lot of kind of veterans there. Tatar's now at 81, same with Kopitar, Neal's at 79. Defensively there, Ekblad 91 leading it, but not much else. Goaltending, Spencer Knight, best save percentage in the league, so that's kind of worrisome. Bobrovsky, there's his backup, 75 on the last year of that contract he signed, $9.8 million. So they're probably going to have a lot of money to spend free agency this summer, which, a bit worrisome as well because they're in our division, but I think we'll be all right. So hopefully here we can get it done. You can see Crosby's just playing insane right now. 12 points in 5 games in the first round of the playoffs there. Would love for him to keep it going against Florida. Also, 2 guys, I did a quick check, and our AHL team did make it past the first round of the playoffs. So we still have hopes there for the Stanley Cup and the Calder Cup in the same season. But here we go. At home, of course, won the President's Trophy first game. And 3-1 lead. There we go. O'Mara, Caulfield, Suzuki. They're the same color. That's going to get annoying. Latin and Caulfield's a 5-1 lead. And they get 1, but Barzal puts 1 in. So 6-2. Big win for us. They actually outshot us as well. So maybe Carter Hart's playing really well right now. Would love for him to, get it done. I felt like Askarov had, good rating, good potential, but just wasn't the goalie, I don't think, to win us the Stanley Cup. So let's keep it going here. What have we won? Like 3 straight now if you go back to last round. Game 2. And 4-1 lead. Caulfield, Crosby, O'Mara, Sexton. 7-1. Latin and O'Mara. Is that a hat trick for O'Mara? It is. Let's go. And third period, 11-goal game. O'Mara had 4. Are you kidding me? Mantha, Barzal, Sexton. What a game from the boys. And look at that. Barzal also had a 4-point game. Same with Comrie. He actually had 4 assists. Crosby, Mantha as well. 5 guys on our team had 4 points. When you have 11 goals, that's going to happen. But all right. We can't put 11 in and then lose the series. Like, you just can't do that. So we got to keep it going here. Going down to Florida. I bet you we have a lot of fans down in Florida. All the Snowbirds. Come on. 11-2 win. You got to keep that momentum going. And 2-0, Caulfield, Thomas. 3-1, Mantha. And 5-3 there, Barzal and Mantha again. Hoffman, Denisenko tried making it close, but luckily able to hold on. So 1 game away here from the series sweep. Would love that. Going to the conference final. Again, I think a lot of the changes we made, Barzal wearing that C is probably the biggest one. That's just, he had his career year leading the team right now. Let's go. Game number 4 in Florida. And 2-2, all right. Neal, Bodwin, and Latin for us. Suzuki, come on, hold on here. There we go, 5-3, Crosby, Caulfield. Sweep the Florida Panthers. We're on to the conference final. I said if we made the conference final at least, would not blow the team out, trade away a couple core players, so I guess the core, at least most of it, staying intact. Now in the conference finals, guys, we're up against the Pittsburgh Penguins. Honestly, this is probably our easiest matchup yet, but you never know what's going to happen. So their forward group's actually really good. They got Gensel playing with Galchenyuk and Poulin on the first line. Reinhardt, who of course was on our team for 1 year before we traded him for Crosby, playing with McCann and Hinostroza. Smith, Nelson, Virtanen, Mott. 85, 37-year-old Brad Marchand playing 4th line center, which I found very interesting. Brendan Lemieux there, the 4th line. Now defense, it's rough. They got Ellis and literally nothing else. Goaltending, the same thing. 82 Peterson, 81 Vavalainen. The goalies, we should be able to just, have another 11-goal game, especially with that defense in front of it. Barzal's playing insane this year. 21 points in 9 games right now in the playoffs. Hopefully, he can keep this up. As well, obviously, really looking forward to Crosby, hopefully having some, crazy games, playing his old team there. So, here we go. First game, of course, home. We got home ice advantage through the whole thing, which is really nice. First period now. Crosby, as I mentioned him, let's go. 1 goal. And Parayko, they get 2 though, so 2-2 game. Going to OT there. Come on. Let's go. Who is it? Latin OT winner. We needed that. I always want to win the first game. I think we have actually the last 2 series in this one. So love that. 1-0. Hopefully we can keep this up. We've actually only dropped 1 game so far in the playoffs, which is pretty insane. Normally our playoff luck is not that great. So here we go, game 2. And it's 1-1. O'Mara, Borgman. Who's that? Gensel for them. Come on, we got tied up in the 3rd. There we go. Mantha and Barzal. Smith, though, forces OT. We need another hero here. And there we go. Kaliev, the 4th line sniper from the far board. Makes it 2-0 series lead. Heading to Pittsburgh now. I'm sure Crosby's reception will not be great, but he's been on our team for a few years now, so I'm sure he's used to it. Here we go. Game number 3 in Pittsburgh. Let's keep rolling here. Hopefully, I mean, if we could get back-to-back sweeps, like how insane would that be? Game 3. Down 1 early. Marchand actually scores. Nothing the second. So, I mean, very close game. Just need 1. Come on. Just need 1. Duran gets 2. Mantha gets 1. It's actually the empty... it looks like an empty netter. Oh, because, yeah, after that, Gensel scores, but too little too late. It was 3-1. He makes it 3-2. We hold on there for the 3-0 series lead. We just got to win one of the next 3. Come on, boys. Got 2 games in Pittsburgh, 2 games at home. Should be able to make this happen. Let's go. We're currently 11-1 in the playoffs. Like, that is just insane. I think it was Winnipeg, St. Louis I saw. Western Conference Final. Game 4. 2-0 lead. Duran, Thomas. Duran's playing really well as well. Mantha, Mott. 3-1 lead. Hold on. Wow. Tons of goals. I wasn't sure what was going on, but Zucker gets 2. Caulfield gets 1. 6-4 win. And we get to sweep against the Pittsburgh Penguins. Going to the Stanley Cup Final. Now, maybe this is the year we win that cup. You know, I gave the ultimatum. If we didn't make the conference final, the core was getting broken up. The boys didn't want to lose their friends. Barzal's wearing the C. Let's go. So 12-1 series lead. Curious to see. Wow. So Winnipeg, St. Louis game going to game 7. And we're going to be playing the St. Louis Blues here in the Stanley Cup Final. Let's go take a look how good that team is. As well, Barzal's got 26 and 13. So he's averaging 2 points a game in the playoffs, which is pretty nuts. Hard as well. I mean, he's got lots of wins, I assume. Haven't really looked at his save percentage or anything, but I assume it's not too bad. So St. Louis here. Schwartz, Barbashev, Barchi. 80 overall Barchi on the first line. Even for chemistry, I think it's a bit much. I definitely would just want Tarasenko getting more minutes. He's playing with Hertl, Hiroshi, Dzingel, O'Reilly on the 3rd there with Kostin, Leipzig, Shen, Ullman. So definitely, I might have the most depth yet for any forward team. Defensively, Falk's leading it there with Dumoulin, Dunn, Gustafson, Waugh, Carlo. Not too bad. Not as good as ours. Bainton, solid goalie. Campbell, okay backup. So, I mean, is this the best team we've played so far? I don't know. Honestly, I think it might be Boston. I'd have to go through it all again, but really none of the teams have kind of impressed me that much. Maybe it is the St. Louis team, but here we go. Stanley Cup Final. They're 12-7 so far in their run. We're 12-1. Game 1, Montreal. Down 2-1. Sexton for us. There we go. Boys answer back. O'Mara, Crosby. Hold on. And there we go. We do hold on. 3-2 lead. 3-2 win. 1-0 series lead. Let's go. Have not dropped a game since the first round. What game was that actually? Boston. Game 3. So the boys are playing out of their minds right now. I think everybody is pitching in. Of course, Barzal and Crosby, though, have just go in sicko mode. MVP. Seasons and playoffs. Here we go. Game 2. We're down again. We can make the comeback. Like I said, O'Mara, Barzal, 3rd period, anything can happen. Let's go. Clark and Barzal again. Are you kidding me? These guys refuse to quit. There's something special about this season. I'm not sure what it is. Something special. So 2-0 series lead on the Blues. Let's go. We're heading to St. Louis now. Obviously, enemy territory. Let's get it done, though. Game number 3. We just got... How can you have more momentum than we have right now? One goal there from Crosby. We actually only allowed 3 shots in the first period as well. 25-11. We're out shooting them after 2. And they... Oh, wow. They fight back. Force OT. Clark for us. Kostin, Tarasenko. Let's get an OT hero. And there we go, Mantha. Let's go. 3-2 series... Or 3-2 win. 3-0 series lead. I think if we can pull this off, we can pull off... That'd be the 3rd sweep in a row. And win the Stanley Cup. This would be the best playoff run I've ever had. I've never had an undefeated playoff run as far as I can remember. At least for a regular team, maybe some, creative team I did that was just 2-2 stacked. But 16-1, if we can win this, would be incredible. Absolutely incredible. Here we go. I'll sim the first period here. We're down 1, but we've been down 2 games before and came back. 2nd period. All right, so I mean, we still have a lot of time here. 1 goal down. Shots are pretty close. We don't get shut out. We just don't get shut out. We're too good. We got to find a way. There we go. Parayko on his old team. Totally forgot we had Parayko. O'Mara. Parayko pumps him up. The boys are on fire. They want this Stanley Cup. They want the sweep. They don't want to get... They had 1 loss early in the first round. That's all they want. Caulfield. This is insane. This... Hiroshi. Okay, we got a game. 3 minutes left. 3-2. 3 minutes left. 3-2. Oh my god. Are you kidding me? Oh my god. I don't know what to do. Oh, it's because it's 20-minute periods. I cannot sit there and watch this game for an hour. Oh my god. Okay, so... We just have to sim it. That's the one bad thing about 20-minute periods. I should probably change that. Okay, we're going to sim it here. We're going to sim it and see what happens. Alright, wasn't meant to be. Tarasenko, you guys get the OT winner. I was honestly kind of happy about that because if we would have won, I would have wanted to obviously watch it. What a game, though. St. Louis refused to get swept in a Stanley Cup final. I respect that. If we can win this one, though, 16-2 is still incredible run. I'll take it. First period, no scores. 1-1, exact same spot. Messing up the sim speed there. Okay, power play. Our power play has been insane this year. They actually hold it off. We're out doubling their shots. I think it was just 28-14. Just about halfway through the third period right now. It's 1-1. Let's go, Kaliev. I love when the fourth line guys come through. It's just awesome. 7 minutes. Hold on. Hold on, boys. 3 minutes. 1 minute. All right, 1 minute. I'm just going to let the computers play. Look at that. We have 5 better offense, 7 better defense, 3 better goaltending. I'm just going to do a computer versus computer game here. Should we rock the home jersey? Should we bring some luck? I'm feeling, I don't know why, I'm feeling like something crazy. Hockey, 22-23. Let's do it. Let's rock a 22-23. Something special. I don't know. Here we go. 1 minute left, 1 goal up. If you hold on, we're Stanley Cup champions. Now, I don't get this. If you're doing computer versus computer, for some reason, your team plays down. It makes no sense. Like your team should definitely play up, but let's see if the boys can even add 1 here. They're looking good. I think that's the second line out right now with the third D pair. St. Louis is pulling the goalie. All we have to do is get 1 here on the empty netter. Seal this game. Seal the Stanley Cup. Everything. Come on. Here we go, Duran. Put it in. What are you doing? Duran, shoot the puck. Let's go. He had so many chances to shoot before that, like on his forehand, and he decided to he wanted to dangle somebody, then go backhand. I also respect that beard he's rocking. He's got a nice one. So 3-1. That should be it. St. Louis pulling their goalie again here. I'm hoping it's too little too late. 2 goals, 20 seconds. I think our team's just too good to let that happen. Can we get another empty netter here? Caulfield's coming down the side. Just rip it. Like, I don't know why. There we go. 4-1. We're going to be Stanley Cup champions. And here we go, guys. 1 second left. Montreal Canadiens, again, Stanley Cup champions. Our second cup now in 7 seasons. Don't think that's too bad at all. 3 years left to get a third. I think we can definitely do it, especially with this team. Like, I showed you guys the trade values. We're so stacked. Like, even if we want to make a change, like, the amount of options we have. So many good young players as well still. Like, the 2 Euro snipers we have. I mean, Carter Hart now in net. I knew it wasn't Askarov to get the cup. It was Carter Hart. So I'm glad that we made that trade. I think Zucker big boost that 4th line. Crosby at 38, just playing out of his mind still. Barzal, best season of his career. The C's not leaving his chest until, this franchise is up. That is for sure. So love this team and glad we were able to win the cup. Right there, you got a quick look at the handshake. I'm not sure whose stash that is, but I'm loving it. Guy behind him had absolutely 0 facial hair at all, so kind of funny. Here we go, guys. Barzal. New captain of our team. Doesn't even wear a name on the back of his jerseys because all that matters is the logo on the front. I think I messed it up a bit, but that's awesome. Getting the Conn Smythe there from the knockoff Gary Bettman. I thought he was actually getting the Stanley Cup. Didn't realize that was for the Conn Smythe, but I mean, he had an insane playoff run, so that definitely makes sense. And now he'll be getting the Stanley Cup. That guy has metal on his face. I don't know if you guys saw that. Our coach has metal on his face, but there we go, Barzal. Now he's getting the Stanley Cup. Absolutely love to see that. Again, this team, Barzal definitely went just another level this year. And I think the rest of the team followed suit, so super happy we got this cup. Who's going to give it to first? 27. I'm not sure who this is, just looking at the face. We have a lot of creative players, obviously. And there's no name on the back, so I'm going to have no idea. Now, I know this guy, this is Carter Hart lifting the cup. Again, I think we had to make that trade. I don't know if we win this cup with Askarov still in net, so really, I think at this point, our team is pretty perfect. And of course, here we have the team pick. Right there, you got Crosby next to Barzal. Those two, I mean, just absolutely, led this team. And right there, the coach, I don't know what's going on. He's got the medal on his face, like what the heck, but what a team. Love to see it. And 3 stars here that game. Kaliev actually had a goal and assist, so he came up big. Same with Suzuki, 2 assists, that 4th line. And Binching actually got the 2nd star with a .95. So he was doing everything he could. We had 39 shots on net that game, unfortunately. Just wasn't enough. And look at this, guys. Draft results just came in. LA picking 1st overall. Minnesota jumps from 13 to 2. That's nuts. And Columbus there jumps from 7 to 3. So feel bad for the Sharks. It seems like a lot of the times that worst team is picking 4th. Really hope that's not the case real life this year with the Red Wings. We need, ideally, number 1, but if not, hopefully number 2, at least get Byfield. So, Barzal, 32 points in 18 games in the playoffs. Like, that is just unreal. Again, like, our team, I can't be happier with how they played. I honestly, that might be the first time, like, I just don't make many changes. Like, I might just bring back the same team. Mantha had 30. Wow, I didn't realize he actually was doing that well. Crosby, 27. Again, he'll be 39 this summer. Back to an 84. I mean, they finally put some respect on his name. Caulfield, Duran. I mean, that's nuts. Like, those 5 there. I am curious, how did Hart do? So 16-1-1's pretty insane. .907 and 2.87, so those stats are better than Askerov's were. Usually they play better in the playoffs. The record as well, though, was just nuts. I'll take a look here. How did St. Louis get there? 6 games against Colorado and Dallas. And then, of course, that best of 7 with Winnipeg. Take a look at the awards now. Stanley Cup, Presidents, Prince of Wales. Love to see all of that. Individual, McDavid, 4th straight year with Yart Ross. Barzal got the Hart. Love it. I haven't had a Hart Trophy winner in a while. He deserves it. Of course, Edmonton has Draisaitl, so that's probably why. McCarr there, James Norris. Looks like he wins it every other year. Crosby got the Lady Byng. That's awesome. So we have the Hart winner and the Lady Byng winner. They definitely recognized our crazy season. Enqvist there wins the Calder. He was the one who just was 84 overall playing the AHL last year for the Red Wings, so probably could have seen that coming. Barzal also got Conn Smythe, we know. Jerry got the Vezina. Shashirkin, though, William Jennings. Zadorov, the Masterton. Toybert, the Vegas coach, got the Jack Adams. Dubois got the Selke. That's actually a new name to get the Selke, so that's pretty cool. Barzal also got Ted Lindsay. Love it. And then Holloway, of course, we know, get the Maurice Richard. Check AHL team awards here. Providence won the Calder Cup, so we did not win both the Stanley Cup and the Calder Cup. Forgot to show that. We did finish, though, best regular season in the East, so pretty nice. And of course, we win the division in that case. Individual awards, I don't think we'll win any. Like, our guys, we're definitely like a committee kind of team in terms of the AHL. And yes, Ellis, I think, had lowest goals against, so that's nice, I guess, to see, but he is like 79, good defense. So we'll keep simming here, view the draft class. I think it was just all elites last I checked. And yeah, just 5 elites there, so nothing too crazy. We don't have a first round pick. I think we have a 2nd, couple 3rds, 5th, 6th, 7th. Is Crosby retiring? Is he coming back? I don't see him, so I think Crosby's coming back. We have to, like, after that year, there's no way. I don't care what the price is. We have to bring him back. Kopitar, though, it makes sense retiring. Stammer also retires there on the Devils. Giroux on the Penguins. The AHL team. I don't know about that one. Doughty plays whole year for the Kings. Respect. Burns there on the Maple Leafs. Couture stay with the Sharks. Carlson stay with the Capitals. Little, Bailey, Backlund, Simmons, Henrique. Okay. Take a look at the goalies now. Bobrovsky retires. He wanted to get paid every last cent of that contract, and then he called it quits. Jones there. Kemper. Ranta, Allen, not much else. And look at this, guys. A few big-name players became coaches. Kopitar, Doughty, and Burns. Maybe if we need a coach, could definitely look at one of those guys. We're just going to get to the draft now, though. And like I mentioned before, we don't have a first-round pick, so we're just going to kind of basically do the best we can with our second other picks. I actually haven't even looked yet to see how many gems we can for sure get. So guaranteed medium elites, 144 goalie. Don't mind if I do, so we'll be getting him for sure. And then gems here. Let's see, 87, 41, 41. So I'll probably take the guaranteed medium top 6 with our second. Actually, our second's going to be late, so we'll have to trade up to get him. Maybe he's worth it. And then I think I'll try and get this guy with one of our thirds. I think we have 2 thirds, but we'll just sim the first round here. So really not that great of a draft. First overall, there's only an 80 medium elite. You got 79, 78, 77, 64. Wow. How did these two teams passed on the 77 medium elite defenseman? I don't know how they messed that up that bad. Doesn't look like there was any other elite players there in the first round. So yeah, this is probably one of the worst, honestly, drafts we've had yet. Right now, guys, trying to get the Devils' second round pick from the Oilers, offering them our second, which is 60 seconds. We're trying to go up 20 spots for a third. See what they say here. Trades rejected. Honestly, kind of figured that would be the case. Let's see, maybe we have like a goalie or something we can add. I know we have a bunch of like medium starter goalies. Rodin, we have 2 elites above him. He's never gonna see any play time. There we go. So just into our pick here, guys. 42nd in the draft. Gonna take Rubeetle here. We just got there in time. Guaranteed medium top 6. Gem, hopefully high rated. 64. That's actually really good. That's kind of equivalent, honestly, with like a late first rounder. On our next pick's 93. So there's a guy supposed to go like 100. We're gonna take right here. Another gem actually. So let me just check here. Gem. Oh, he got taken. Oh, his rank was like 100, but some other team must have known about him, so that sucks. Hopefully, though, yeah, our goalie there, 144. We have another 4th rounder coming that's like 104, so we'll take that player there. This Frolov guy here is 50-50, low elite. I guess we'll take him. Kind of bummed the other guy was gone. And let's see here, how good is he? And low top 6, 59. Not terrible, obviously. We'll hope for a bit better than that, but the good thing is we're going to get a medium elite goalie now, so we'll actually have 3 if you don't include Carter Hart. So definitely, giving us a bunch of trade options. Hopefully it's a decent rating. 47. That's pretty much what they always are. Not very high rated at all, but again, for 4th rounder, that's a really good pick. 5th round now, basically these are all just guesses. 50-50 medium elite goalie. We don't even really need another goalie though, to be honest. I'd probably rather go for like a player. German defenseman, complete unknown. Why not? Why not? And low top 6. Not the worst, not the best. 6th round pick here. I think this might be the last pick in the draft for us. I don't think we have a 7th. Scouts like this guy who's unknown. Whatever. We're just going for it. Let's see here. And he's a bottom 6, so he's not AHL, but really not that great. And we actually do have a 7th round pick here, 4th overall, so it's not our 7th rounder. Guaranteed medium top 6. That's actually really good, I think, for the 7th. And 49 overall is pretty low, but what are you going to do? So overall, not too bad a draft. And I'm not sure how this just happened, guys, but after the draft and before the re-sign phase, a trade just went down. Chicago got a 2nd and 3rd from Dallas for a 2nd, but it must have happened at the draft because you're not allowed to trade right now. That's the only thing that makes any sense, but I'm going on the re-sign phase here again. I'm going to do my best to try and bring everybody back. Speaking of bringing all the players back, definitely bring back the NHL associate coach here who needs a new contract. Staff chemistry is currently 90%. Don't want to mess that up. Now the AHL head coach, staff chemistry 56%. AHL team did okay. I wouldn't mind bringing in a new AHL coach though, so we're going to fire him here. And then once we can, we're going to go get a new AHL head coach. So we're at the re-sign phase here, guys, with $38.5 million in cap space. This is some of the most cap space we've had in a while. Obviously, Clark needs a new contract. Doesn't want the extension. He's bitter over losing the C, I think. What's he want for money? 11.6, which is less money than he got from Vegas. We only need him for 3 years. At that point, it's 10.8. I'm going to offer him, well, I guess first thing we'll do, we'll qualify just to make sure we don't lose him for nothing. And then I'm thinking we'll offer 3 years at $11 million. It's a bit more money than he wants for 3 years. Obviously, it's less than he wants overall. Maybe we'll do 11.1. Hopefully that gets it done. If not, I think we still get him. If he does go to free agency, you can see Barzal's actually up to a 93, Mantha 91, Caulfield, Durant, Thomas even 89. Latinen dropped a couple, but that's okay. He's still an entry-level deal. So team looks really good. You can see all of our top players under contract. O'Mara here doesn't want the extension, but I mean, obviously probably going to be able to bring him back. 4.8 for 5 years. Really reasonable, to be honest. I'll give him that. I don't know why you would say no. That's what he's asking for. Zucker was just a rental 4th line guy. You can lose him. Murray, Parayko, both want to come back. Parayko has dropped by 1, but they still get the +3 on the 2nd pair, so it makes them a lot better. It's the right price. $6 million for Murray. It's a bit of a raise for him. Parayko 5.7. I'd like to bring them both back, honestly. Like, just a really nice pairing. Because they both want to come back and probably get slight deals, so we'll try 5.7 for 3 on Murray. And then Parayko, again, we'll get 3. They want 3, and we have 3 years left, so it works out perfect. He did drop a bit, so maybe we'll do 5.5 for 3 on Parayko. Crosby here, for some reason, does not want an extension. I don't believe that for a second. He's playing some of his best hockey in his late 30s on our team. What would he want, though, after that huge year? 8.5. Oh my. 8.5, bottom 6 potential. Last year we had him at 5, which was, like, really good. Oh, that is tough. He doesn't want the extension either, so we're going to have to let him go to free agency, but hopefully we can get him out of free agency. I noticed too, Nemestikov, Kaliev, both up to 82s, so 4th line just even better. Kaliev wants to come back, 2 years, 1.75. It's a great contract for him. Slater doesn't want an extension, so we'll just qualify. He's on our bottom pair. Kopaka, Vorobaya, they're just good AHL players, honestly. If they're all cheap still, why not just have a sick AHL team? We'll do like $8.75 for all of them. AHL team did, I think, get bounced in the 2nd round of the playoffs. I honestly forgot to check. I know we won the 1st round. We didn't make it to the final, though, so I'll have to go double-check that. Also, too, guys, almost forgot Carter Hart needs a contract. Now, luckily, he does want to stay with the team, which is good. 6.5 for one. That's actually insane. That's cheaper than he was before. 2, 7.3. I'm fine with the 1 year 6.5, and then hopefully we just get him back next year. Saves us money this year. Ellis, honestly, I'm going to let him go just because I want Sweetov to be the AHL starter. He's got a few years left to grow. Hopefully he can do it. Doesn't want an extension. I mean, it's kind of stupid. Like, he's asking for a minimum. Why would he just not say yes? The fringe starter guy there, I'm just going to release. And then the 19-year-old, 57 overall with medium elite. He'll be our AHL backup. Our NHL associate coach here, not entirely thrilled with the role he's offered, but decides to accept. All right, bud. Murray there accepts the offer as well, so that's awesome to see. Batherson's back, same with Carter Hart, Parayko, Robayev, Kopaka, Beret-Bollet, Clark as well. So that's actually, I didn't think he was going to do it for the 3 years, but worked out perfect. O'Mara rejects, wants to test free agency, but we qualified him. I don't think too many people will offer him a deal. Kalev as well accepts. Morrison, Sweetov rejects. Again, no one's going to really offer him a deal, but the big one was Clark. I can't believe he actually accepted that. So, curious how much money we still have. I'm actually curious here how much money we still have. 10.6 million. And that's with literally everybody locked up except for O'Mara, Crosby, who I guess probably can't bring back O'Mara and Crosby unless we get O'Mara for like 5. Could maybe bring back Crosby around 5. Slater as well. It's going to be tough. Our free agency here, guys, basically just want to see who's out there because we could get somebody else other than Crosby. Also, we still have to make sure we bring back O'Mara. Wow, this is a huge free agency class. Wish I had more than 10.5 million. Heiskanen, UFA, 92 overall defenseman. We're like $2 million shy. Imagine him on the top pair with Clark. That's kind of nuts. Holloway's RFA, same with Farrell there. Barbashev, UFA. Omen, a lot of creative players here. Hurdle, Kotkaniemi, Raymond there, but those are both RFAs. Tuck, Kane. Vander Kane's still 88 at 34. Crosby wants 9.3. I think he was asking us for like 8.5. He did have 104 points last year, but going to be 39, Baham 6 potential. It's just such a risky ad, like especially, I want Crosby back, but I don't know if for the same money we can get somebody younger, higher rated, just like basically a safer play. Panarin even, like for $1 million cheaper, 89, 34. He had 65 points last year though, so not quite as good, but stats there also look pretty good other than physical. White, Howden, I mean, there's so many options here. And I'm looking at O'Mara here, guys. All he wants is 4.9 for 5 years. So I'm going to offer him that exactly what he wants. Like, he better say yes. That would still give us about $5.5 million to go get a center to replace Crosby. And I think there actually are a lot of good options. Actually, probably about 6.5 because you're taking over for somebody who's making about $1 million. So, Roslovich, 85. Dubé there, 86. Taze could even come back. Duchesne, 87, 6.3. This Rabada guy, he's an RFA. Schmaltz, Jost, UFA, but younger. Like, honestly, lots of options. The one I like, though, you guys probably know if you ever watch my old hot videos, big Duchesne fan. So, wants 1 year as well. Maybe by that time, too, I think Comrie could be like a center of his own. I mean, I think 6. We really can't do much more than like 6.65, and even that's cutting it close. 1 year on Duchesne. Hopefully we get him. Just out of curiosity, let's actually see the goalies available, too. Askarov, RFA. He did go back down to 88, low franchise. Kessler there, 87, DiPietro, so only a couple guys. I'll take a look at two-way players. Sometimes, of course, there are some crazy dudes. Like right now, Enroth, 2269, medium elite. I mean, obviously we're going to make an offer on him. I'll just do, they're going to match it, but like maybe they're at max contract or something weird. We're able to get them. Let's see, skaters here, two-way. Some of these guys aren't too bad at all. 2281 low elite. Would love to get him, but I don't want it to count against our cap. Lawrence is actually our player, so hopefully he comes back. He's asking for the minimum. I'm not sure. He wanted to test free agency to see all he's worth is the minimum. Like, makes no sense to me. I'm looking for like some decent UFAs. Tracy's not really it. Pretty much all these guys are RFAs. Fanasiyev's not that great. 1950 low top 6. For a free pickup, honestly, it's probably worth it. Same with Whitmore here, 2056 low top 4. But looking at like actual, decent rated players to join the AHL team, not seeing a lot of that. Luckily though, we have like all those 80s coming back, so should be fine. And so this Perot guy accepts our offer. I think he was a low top 6. Whitmore low top 4. Enroth appreciates his interest, but looks like he stayed with Flames. Obviously, we got to make an offer though. You never know. Same goes with Punev's here. Stayed with his team. Lawrence accepted. That's good. Oland appreciates interest, but went with Dallas. So still waiting to hear back here from O'Mara as well as Duchesne. Duchesne accepts. There we go. I think that's a pretty decent replacement for Crosby. Second line, or actually he might even be third line center behind Thomas. O'Mara accepts as well. So really, we're good. I think we're waiting on like one player now. Defenseman, bottom pair. Cap space, we have 800K. But how much Slater? 81 overall. What is he looking for? 2.3 million. Hopefully no one makes an offer on him. We're able to get him for like $1 million at the beginning of the season, as at this point it's about our only option. And because we have some contract spots, guys, decided to make an offer on a couple guys here. Tracy, 25.76, medium top 6. Lebedev, 24.74, low top 6. We can get them for free. I think they're a decent addition. And look at this, guys. Pretty big trade just went down. Chicago getting Brad Marchand, who's now an 87. I think, was he an 85 before? So he went up in rating at 39 years old. And Philly gets Dougie Hamilton in a 3rd round pick. And this is what I was really hoping wasn't going to happen. Slater there just got offer sheeted by the Canucks. $2.7 million for 2 years. We get a 2nd round pick, actually, which is more than I thought, if we just, let them have him. And we do have a guy in Solon in AHL who's a 79. Could be like an 80. I would have to move guys. I'm just going to take the compensation. Hopefully, our defense, that bottom pair, is able to hold up. So on the start of the season here, guys, as you can see, Team Stats is champion. Honestly, I think we have a very good chance of repeating as back-to-back Stanley Cup champs. I mean, most of the teams the same. They've just gotten better. First line, Mantha, Barzell, Latinen, all 90+. It's just nuts. Caulfield there playing with Thomas and Duran on the 2nd line. We've got Comrie now at 85 with Duchesne, O'Mara. Kaliev, Suzuki, and Nemesnikov is one of the better 4th lines in the league. Defense, Clark and Sexton are actually getting +1 now. I think they're getting 0 before. Parayko, Murray still getting that +3. Solon, Bodwin on the bottom pair. Of course, top 3 forward lines all getting a +1. In goal, we have Hardys now at 89. Primo backing them up. I mean, a lot to look forward to there. AHL team as well is pretty stacked. First line all 80. This Cappy guy is pretty good. 21.75, medium top 6. You can see everyone for forwards 75+. Defense here, pretty crazy chemistry. +1 on the first pair and then +3 on the next 2. Goaltending wise, we have Svitov as a starter. Vicentin, this is just a random AHL guy backing him up. The elite guy actually went back to juniors. I didn't realize, but maybe that'll be better for his development. Either way, though, I think both those teams looking really good here heading into Season 8. So that's going to be it, guys, for this episode. If you enjoyed it, leave a thumbs up. I thought that was a pretty crazy Stanley Cup run that we had. As always, if you haven't subscribed yet, please do that. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Have a nice day. Goodbye.